Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Pisces. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is your monthly September reading for Pisces. It's and or meant for whenever you're seeing this. If the title resonates, if the message resonates, or any part of it resonates, then it's meant for you. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Okay, so let's get into this, Pisces. How have you guys been doing? Hope everyone is well. Oh, my nose just started itching all of a sudden. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, so mote it be. What do we have for Pisces, please? And let's see, we've got the enchanted broomstick. The witch sends her most magical broomstick to fly you through any hard work that must be done. With its wondrous powers, you'll be gifted time for all you love most. The enchanted broomstick. You could be getting some cleaning done. You could be getting work done, various types of work. It doesn't matter exactly anything specific. But it's like you're being gifted time to be able to accomplish things. You could be being gifted like the focus and the energy to be able to get them accomplished as well. Okay, so Pisces, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's called Finally Moving. Somebody could be finally moving, like moving places, moving somewhere, like finally. Or things could be finally moving, like in the right direction, which kind of makes sense with this card here. If you're being given the time to get something done, it's like it's finally moving, it's finally happening. But some of the lyrics are, oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. I get a feeling that it's like a sample from an older song. I get a feeling that I never had before. Oh no, I get a good feeling. And then just want to tell you right now, I really do believe it. You know, I feel like, I mean, this could be you absolutely thinking and feeling this, right? But I feel like this may be somebody else's energy that you may have spoken to, talked to. Maybe they said, you know, I get a good feeling. I have a good feeling about this. And it's like you're realizing that they were right. They really did have a good feeling. Or their good feeling was right. Take it as it resonates. Also, make sure that you guys smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Help my channel grow. Really appreciate all the love and support that I've had and continue to receive, especially from y'all, my fellow water signs. For those of you that follow the channel, you guys know that I'm a Scorpio. Do I have Pisces? I don't have Pisces in my chart, but I have a child with Pisces. Underneath the deck, we've got Leo, number 17, I will. Something significant could have happened on the 17th or around the 17th. The number 17 could be, you know, significant for you in some way. You could have strong Leo placements in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does. But the energy of Leo, it's I will do it. I will make this happen. I will. It's like very strong words of affirmation, I will. And I want to say that this is the sacral chakra, I think. But it's getting things done. So, top of the deck, we've got, this does not surprise me. We've got Jupiter return, number 49, benefits. So, this card has been popping out in, like, there's 12 signs, right? So, there's, like, probably half of the readings. If not this card, the other Jupiter card has been jumping out in a couple readings, both of them. So this one is card number 49. 49 could be significant. It could be somebody's age, but also 4 plus 9 equals 13. 13 is the death card in the tarot, which is Scorpio, I want to believe. I believe so. But 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 is all about house, home, stability, foundation. Now, we just saw finally moving. Somebody could be finally moving home or finally moving from a home. But it's like something with the Jupiter return. This is very beneficial. This is like something that will bring benefits to you. It could bring additional money. It could bring you know, some kind of success, some kind of, some kind of return, okay? Let's read this. So, corresponding tarot card to this is the Chariot. Key ideas behind this is earned luck, fortune, rewards, profits, an auspicious year, the future, and aspiration. So luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This is attributed to Seneca. A Jupiter return occurs every 12 years. This marks the time for the largest and most expansive of planets returning to the original place of where you were born. Turning up the Jupiter return card indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. You are given the freedom to advance your goals with absolute abandon. It suggests that you will soon be entering a time where you will encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. The Jupiter return card is the green light that gives the go-ahead. All paths are now clearing and you are to take the utmost advantage of this. Goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit either right now or at least very soon. Something very good for you is about to emerge from the debris of the past. It could be a thing that you felt you lost or something that did not work out exactly as you hoped. It may even be a plan that you have forgotten about that once again comes into your life to make some remarkable changes and advances. In short, the Jupiter card implies that good fortune and prosperity in many areas, not just financial or material, is on its way. Something I just realized halfway as I was reading this too, because I was like, I don't have any Pisces placements, but my entire chart is in the 12th house, like the entire chart, which is ruled by Pisces. So while I don't have any specific placements that are Pisces placements, my entire chart sits in the house of Pisces. And so I have very strong Pisces energy because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I feel like I got this card already for myself even. And I'm like, anyway, resonating with that. Love it. Okay, so let's pull some tarot, shall we? What do we have coming in for Pisces? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. This is for my high-vibing Pisces. High-vibing Pisces, please. Okay, underneath the deck, we've got the Five of Pentacles. This is like a financial pinch. This is somebody who's been left out in the cold, somebody who's been kicked out in the cold. This is, a card of loss, a card, this could be like somebody, homeless or, being left without, anywhere to go. And this was because of some trifling King of Swords energy, somebody who made a quick decision and thought that they were sitting high on their throne. The King of Swords is somebody who's very unemotional. Wow. He's, I'm not saying that he doesn't have emotion within him, but he only uses logic, facts, and wisdom, or whatever his opinion is, right? And behind that is the Three of Swords. Yeah, heartbreak. This is Libra energy as well, but it's heartbreak. So let's see. Let's get 3 cards for Pisces, please. That's just the underlying energy. So you could have been out in the cold. You could have put somebody out in the cold. Take it as it resonates. Three cards for Pisces, please. Oh, thank you, spirits. 3 cards came out. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is weighing out your decisions, weighing out pros and cons as it applies to money, finances. It could talk about, trying to approach things with a sense of humor, but, it's weighing out life decisions and things like that. Wow, yeah, somebody's really in their head. So we start out with the Ten of Swords. This is past, recent past. There's an ending. Very harsh ending, too, because it's Swords energy. Now, in this deck, there's two Ten of Swords cards. There's one that's everything is fine, which is what we have here. And then there's one that's not everything is fine, right? It's like, it's over, it's done, it's never to return. And this isn't necessarily saying that a situation won't return. I mean, Ten of Swords means it's over. But it's like, it's fine. Like, everything's fine. You don't need to, it's like, you don't need to, like, go and try to resurrect anything from the dead. It may be over, but it's like, it's not the end of the world, basically. Sorry, just listening for my cats. This house is big. Okay, so then we've got the Knight of Cups. This is water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be you making an offer and or an apology. That's what the Knight of Cups is all about. Somebody that's, knights are, you know, knights take action. And so this is somebody, you know, trying to, or thinking about, it could just be thinking about wanting to take this action. Whether it is like, you know, cups are about emotions and feelings. So this could be having something to do with that. And then in the future, we have the Two of Swords. This is somebody who's in their head trying to decide. They're a little bit confused, not knowing which direction to take, which direction, like what thing to say, what thing to do. Because like they're blindfolded there. It's like there's one of their senses is blocked off. So they can only, it's like they can't see what's going on. They can only rely on their other senses. So they're trying to decide and they're just not sure. And still, there's uncertainty right there too. And it has to do with some kind of, it has to do with some kind of Three of Cups energy. Could have been friends, you know, joyous celebrations, get-togethers, that type of thing. But there was some kind of deceit. There was some kind of deception, some kind of backstabbing, like lying, cheating, being... you know, deceitful, untrustful, that's not even a word, untrustworthy. So, and somebody wants to balance that out and move on to calmer waters. Could have to do with Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy, a masculine energy, all because of a lover. Someone thought was a wish fulfillment, but now they're in their head with nightmares. Interesting. So, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, definitely some deceit. Okay, wait. Sorry. Okay. What do we have? Somebody wants to figure out a way. They're trying to think about, they're undecided and trying to think about a way to balance this out, maybe financially. We're trying to figure out a work-life balance. But, you know, situations are improving. There could be a way for things to... like new projects coming in, that type of thing. Underneath the deck, yeah, wish fulfillment. So there's a situation here where something, like we're talking about wish fulfillment. This could be like somebody's wishes. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your successes. Like this is what like somebody is hoping for or wanting. It's about happiness and compassion, trust in the universe. High-minded optimism. Somebody's being optimistic about something. What is the Ten of Swords? Everything is fine. Let's get 3 cards for the Ten of Swords. Everything is fine for Pisces, please. Two more, please. One more, please. Thank you. Okay, so we start out with the Chariot. That's Cancer energy. And Chariot is all about moving, you know, finally moving. You have success in the face of difficulty. So again, this was past energy, but it's about direction and focus and determination, triumph and perseverance over some kind of an ending. So it could have to do with the Hierophant. The Hierophant energy, this is somebody who's very traditional. Taurus energy, it's somebody who's traditional, could be a ruler, a leader. This also could be like a judge, because it's like a higher power of authority. So there could be some kind of success in the face of difficulty having to do with an ending of some sort in the past. And the Hierophant in this deck is all about understanding your beliefs, values, and boundaries. It's understanding yours. Divine wisdom and tradition. Somebody very traditional. But then we've got the Four of Cups. This is somebody who's like over it. So while you may be figuring out a way to find the success over some kind of tradition, it's like there's something traditional that happened that ended, okay? And you're trying to find success over it, but you're tired of waiting. In the past, you were tired of waiting on it. You were getting bored. And like the message behind the Four of Cups is don't let your focus close yourself to new ideas. Somebody was just like getting too like, it was like the lack of risk, demotivation. They were closed off, feeling secluded. What is the Knight of Cups? What is the Knight of Cups? What is the Knight of Cups? Ooh, fell in reverse. Okay, so it's the Two of Wands in reverse. Now, when the Two of Wands is upright, this is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. When it's upright, this talks about believing in your own personal power. It's about justice and boldness and dominion, planning, first steps. But when it's in reverse, it's unrealistic. It's sadness. It's about wise withdrawal and procrastination. So while somebody may be thinking about making an offer or thinking about making an apology, this card is saying it's unrealistic. It's not a good idea. There could be procrastination involved, and it's wise to withdraw. Like you might be barking up the wrong tree. What else do we have? Wishful thinking is what I'm hearing. Then we have the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, because someone failed to lead. They were ineffective. They were immature. Yeah. They suffered a moment of weakness and were unreasonable and overbearing. Somebody was trying to control the situation with the Emperor in reverse. So this is somebody who could have been in their masculine energy, whether you're male or female. You could have been like head of household, head of a company, head of something, because that's what the Emperor is. But they failed to lead. They failed to make the right decision. They failed to do the right thing because they were trying to control the situation. What else? In a relationship, this could be a romantic relationship. This can also be like a platonic friendship too. Water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You're Pisces, you could be dealing with another water sign, or this could be anybody. But this is, you know, Two of Cups. It's Cancer energy, opening your heart and receiving love from others. Because that's typically about balance and attraction, partnership, harmony, mirth, equality, and connection. So yeah, there was somebody that was trying to control a connection or control a relationship and a connection. And I feel like somebody wants to like make an offer or make an apology to this person because of what was done. So what is the Two of Swords? Someone is stuck in their head. They don't know which way to go. Let's get 3 cards. So we have the King of Cups. It's Cancer energy. Support yourself before you can support others. I'm already feeling like somebody just needs to focus on their own emotional feelings before they can deal with anybody else's. Somebody needs to heal. This is, you know, the King of Cups is somebody who's subtle and crafty, wise, fierce, considerate, balanced, and generous. But they're also confused because of that Two of Swords. They're confused. They don't know what to do. Let's get 2 more cards. And it has to do with the Ten of Pentacles. It has to do with money, fortune, family. This could be some type of an inheritance. This could be legacy, prosperity, pinnacle of success. Everything in fruition and wisdom from all stages of life. Virgo energy. Somebody is in their head. They don't know what to do about maybe making an offer, having to do with some type of money or inheritance or stability or legacy. One more. So we have the, wow, 10-10. You could be seeing 10-10 on the clock. But this is... One second. Okay, I had to make sure my computer didn't shut down in the middle of this reading because I'm like, this is getting good. So you could be seeing 10-10 on the clock. And the 10 of Wands, this is about passion and passionate energy. That's an ending. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. There's always another way of doing something. So maybe somebody needs to figure out a different way of making this offer, making this apology. Because this is about burden and responsibility and stress. There's been blockages and a loss of faith. There's frustration and excessive pressure to do the right thing. Right? Somebody's feeling pressured to do the right thing because of what had been done in the past. And so underneath the deck, we've got the 10 of Cups. So 10, 10, 10 now. So somebody is like really weighing out the pros and the cons. They're really trying to figure out what is it that needs to be done in order to balance this happy home, happy life, happy wife type of energy. They are really like, it's a balancing act. What they want is this 10 of Cups. That's what they're trying to figure out. Everything that you've planned for is worked out, but it doesn't look like underneath the deck, that's what somebody wants, but what's happening in front of me, that's not the case. You know, 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 + 0 = 1, right? So it's like somebody has a lot of responsibilities. They want to put those down. But it's like they're handling everything on their own. Somebody's just looking for belonging and happiness and like lasting success. Something having to do with home, feeling blessed, generosity, and contentment. So they're figuring out how to make that happen. And, you know, Pisces, I feel like this is you in the future. It's like you may have like the money because we see, you know, the Jupiter return. We see the benefits coming in, right? So we may see abundance coming in as it pertains to like family and house and home, but there's still, it's like you're still holding the weight and the burden of handling it all, right? And somebody's trying to decide like, how do I do this? Like, how do I balance all of this energy by myself? It looks like you're by yourself here. So, let's see what else we have for the Witch's Kitchen. What do we have for the Witch's Kitchen? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Underneath the deck, we have eucalyptus. Breathe. Somebody just needs to breathe, relax, let it out. You also may want to look into breath work and do breath work classes. The predictions, when we get to the end of the reading, we're going to go over the predictions that I do at the end of every year, where I predict the upcoming full moons of the upcoming year. And that's one of the things, is it's just breathe. And I think it's the full moon in Cancer energy. So eucalyptus, you might want to use like eucalyptus oil, eucalyptus leaves, whatever it is. Makes your like home smell like a sauna or a spa, right? Top of the deck, we've got sugar, sweetness. So this is, I always, when I see this card, I always want to say, kill them with kindness, right? So somebody may want to come in and make an offer and be like super, super sweet. You may want to use sugar, like baked goods, candy, things like that, to win somebody over. Better hope that they like sugar or sweet things. Let's read this. Like, you know, bake cookies for somebody or something like that, right? Sugar. Desserts and candies are a weakness, inviting in a little sweetness. Sprinkle, pour, mix in well, attract desires with a sugar spell. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. Harness all your desires by adding some sweetness to your life. My sweet crystal power is irreplaceable when it comes to working with sugar magic and ritual and attraction spells. When you utilize my sugary charms and candy spells, I will magnetize all that you wish to allure, such as a lover, friendship, money, and beauty. Sprinkle me in nature to summon the elementals, or burn a sugar cube to communicate with the spirits you wish to invoke. As I sweeten any culinary dish, I'll delight your tongue and entice your taste buds. When your mood turns sour, burn me to sweeten you up, or perform some sweetening magic on another whose words have a bitter edge. As you sugarcoat a situation, you are supported by the sweet smell of magic, which really will be the icing on the cake. So I feel like somebody made a mistake. Somebody did something in the past where, like I said, they want to make an offer or make an apology. And so might want to use sugar, or at least invoke the power of sugar in order to try to make this situation better, if you're able to. It'll work for some, it won't work for everybody. Everybody's situation is different for sure. What else do we have? Last but not least, then I have to go pick up my daughter. Underneath the deck, we've got candle, illumination. There could have been a situation where something was illuminated. Fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. That this was like the underlying factor in the situation. And so it's like once it was illuminated, that's what, you know, could have like really, you know, it's like when something is illuminated, you see all the dark, you know, what's being hidden in the dark corners and things like that. And so someone, I feel like, was seen, basically. Someone got seen. Top of the deck, we have fortune cookie, fortuitous. You could be eating a fortune cookie right now, or something having to do with fortune cookies, like an actual fortune from the past. Maybe like a fortune came true. That's not the one. Didn't I say at the beginning of this reading, like, you could be watching somebody else, or somebody, you know, receive their Jupiter return, or their benefits, or their luck also coming in too. Let's see what we got here. Fortune cookie. Something that has been hidden from you. Something that has been hidden from you. Candle, illumination. It's being seen now. So something that has been hidden from you now is ready to be revealed. And it's rather wonderful. Good fortune is yours for the taking. So be on the lookout for the unexpected. And I do feel like it's like this 10 of Pentacles, right? Be on the lookout for the unexpected. Synchronicity is key. This is your moment, so don't be shy to show your achievements to the world. Be proud of your success and release any worries about what others may think. Okay, be proud of your success and release any worries about what others may think. You could be their inspiration. This message marks a good omen for all involved, so enjoy every moment knowing that you are totally blessed and will continue to be so as you put all your energy into everything you do. So other divinatory meanings, a surprise is on the way. A big fat win is at your fingertips. You have the Midas touch right now. A chance meeting answers questions. A great offer will be made. Notice synchronistic occurrences. Help is at hand. This is your lucky break. So you do have some kind of luck coming in. Like I said, like I do see, the 10 of Pentacles and it's upright and this is a really good thing, right? Whether somebody's making this offer to you or maybe you're making that offer or maybe you're just receiving something in this King of Cups energy, it's going to create some kind of a burden. It may even take the weight of the burden off your shoulders. But it's like you're still indecisive about it. And or maybe you just don't see it coming because she is blindfolded. So, just clarification. Just, try to breathe through whatever the situation is that you've been going through. And remember to be sweet. To use, I know salt and sugar look the same, right? Just make sure that you're using sugar to try to sweeten up any situation instead of being salty about it, right? So that's what we have for the tarot part. For the predictions, let's see, what do we have here? The full moon was on September 7th. It was the full moon in Pisces during... also known as the corn moon. So you could have been like feeling like super strong lunar vibes at that moment, because then we went it was a full lunar eclipse, which then went into the blood moon. So with this month, the cards that I pulled at the end of last year is the World card in reverse. This is a repeat of a cycle. So you could have been repeating some kind of a cycle, something like a toxic cycle or something that you've already done 1 or 2 times before. And it's like you just didn't learn your lessons, so you had to repeat it again. Then we pulled hearing messages from spirit. So you could be getting messages all around. You could have been, I'm hearing somebody was missing the messages or missing the signs, but it's like getting these messages. You could be seeing numbers. You could be seeing animals. You could be seeing anything, right? Listen to what those are. Listen to that voice in your head, as long as it's, not hurting anybody. You can look up spiritual definition of, a bat or a bumblebee or a hummingbird or whatever. Angel number 555, what does it mean? Like those types of things when it happens. That's the spirit, that's spirit trying to talk to you. Clarification. So then the next card that we pulled was number 27, release. Somebody could be 27 years old. Something significant could happen on the 27th. Take it as it resonates. But it means like releasing fears, releasing your past, releasing your ego, releasing, people, releasing situations so that you can make room for what's in front of you, what's to come. Then the next card that we pulled was number 55, Palo Santo, and it means guardian. Use Palo Santo, this right here. It cleanses all of the negative energy and negative spirits out of your energy, out of your way. Somebody could be 55 years old when they passed away and they're now your guardian, like they're your angel watching over you. But then also 5 + 5 = 10. 10s again, they're endings. But also beginnings, because 1 + 0 = 1. You've got a lot of 10s in this reading too. The next The next card that we pulled was the last quarter moon and Cancer card. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, someone who has strong placements in that. But it's about taking a breather. I feel like after the situation, you may have wanted to take a breather and need to take a breather. And then we have Dalmatian stone for the next set of cards, the Crystal Oracle. It's a white stone with little black speckles, looks just like a Dalmatian. And it means loyalty. Who's been loyal to you? Who have you been loyal to? More importantly, have you been loyal to yourself? That's the main message. And then last but not least, I started playing with astrology dice at the end of last year. And it's based on the 3 main principles of astrology. So for this month, we rolled Uranus, Leo in the 12th house. When you combine those things together, it means a rebel and a mystic with a cause. So you could be rebelling against your past, against, people, friends, family from your past situations, old jobs, old personality, right? And just completely transforming yourself. What are you transforming into? More of a mystic, more of a spiritual kind of, being. And the cause is so that you're waking up and so that others around you can as well. That's the cause. The ascension process, everybody's, on different levels and stuff. And sometimes it takes some longer than others, right? To get to where they need to be. But, I see good things happening for you in the future. Whether or not this offer or apology is accepted, it's people are still moving on, keeping on. You have fortune coming in. So take it as it resonates. And that's what I have for you for the month of September, Pisces. If this brought you clarity, insight, or answers, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below, like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading where I dive down deeper into your personal storyline, I have all of my contact information in the description below this video. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, help my channel grow. Really appreciate you. And also make sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs for additional messages. So if this is where I leave you, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of the month, rest of the week, whenever you're seeing this. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.